What's up? My gosh, I'm on a roll again today with filming content, so here we are. I always say, like, if the fire is brewing and you're flowing, like, just fucking go with it till you don't have anything left. Obviously also there's like pace to it, but I know these will make it out exactly when they're meant to. And I was like in the middle of recording my last video, I was like, oh, I got an idea for another video. I try and schedule these like so they come out in order of like when I actually recorded them. So this one's gonna be about detachment, because that feels pertinent right now, and just I am the queen of detachment, as I like to say. It's been one of my greatest lessons over the last couple of years, and something that I've worked really hard to get to a point of detachment with where I am. And a lot of people have commented and said, like, you know, how they're envious of how detached I am, and gosh, I hope I can be that detached someday. And it's a choice. It's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. We have free will, and we get to change whenever we want, but it's a choice. And my journey with detachment really started, I think, with my divorce. That really like sparked it, going from like being in a house to moving across country to my own apartment for the first time in my life, and having to detach there from a marriage and house and all these things. Moving into my apartment, getting all new things, having a minimalist apartment, going from like having a house full of stuff that was so unnecessary to being a minimalist and just loving having space, having what I needed. But, you know, I still found myself like buying things that I would, you know, a year later when I went to move out of my apartment, I was like, wow, I totally didn't even use this. I didn't need this. Why did I think I was gonna need this? And I've been on this journey of just constantly detaching over the last 4 years since my divorce. And it's been really great. And it's also just been like, this is very interesting, you know? And went from living in an apartment to starting a nomad journey with 4 bags in February of 2023. My car and all the rest of my stuff went into storage. Got rid of my apartment and everything. Got to Bali with 4 bags. Within 2 weeks, dropped down to 3 bags. And a week later, I dropped another bag, so I went down to 2 bags. And I've pretty much on and off had 2 bags. Which is funny now that I'm saying that. I'm like verbally processing the fact that like I'm down to 2 bags again, and that's how I started my nomad journey 3 years ago. And I keep saying, you know, I feel like I'm closing out the timing of starting that nomad journey in 2023, because I don't even feel like that same version of me anymore, which is wild. But over the last couple of years, you know, I've gotten more stuff and I've gotten rid of stuff, and I've gotten more stuff and I've gotten rid of stuff. And then last year, you know, it was get rid of everything, sell my car, get down to carrying my guitar, which I don't even have anymore, and my bags. And even that felt like a lot. I remember last summer, I had this 90-liter backpack, and I was just like, fuck, I have so much shit. I didn't need 3/4 of it. I'm literally down to like a 65-liter bag and a little like day pack 22-liter backpack. Oh, I've gotten rid of so much. And it's not to say I won't have more, but like for where I'm going, I'm like, I don't really need all that. And I know that everything will be provided for me when I need stuff again. A lot of my stuff is old and doesn't even resonate with me anymore. I was literally like, can I just get on the plane with like an outfit? Just buy all new clothes when I get there. But, which will kind of be same but different. I'm going with a little bit of extra clothes because I'm like, just some things I like don't want to get rid of, because like, who knows I'll be at how long I'll be at my next destination. It doesn't feel like very long, but it feels like I'm going back to Southeast Asia for a little bit. And obviously, like, when I'm there, I'm just in my bikini 24/7, rarely wearing actual clothes, which is the way I like to live my life, if you know me. I hate clothes. And that's also been part of the detachment phase of just like getting rid of old clothes and not carrying more than I need. And also just knowing that like can get whatever I need wherever I'm going. But yeah, it's the law of detachment. It's freeing yourself from all of the things. Like getting rid of my car last year was huge. I didn't realize how much was entangled in having a vehicle, right? I mean, things we don't think about on a regular basis, right? But being able to just pick up and go, right? Like that's the mode that I'm in now. Like my bags are packed and I'm like ready to go. I have to do like one run to Goodwill, run to the Amazon locker to grab one thing, and maybe run to the store to grab a few like odds and ends, and that's it. Like, it's a wild place to be, to just be packed and ready to go. It's like, not that because I'm not going to war, that's not it, but it's like literally like having your war bag packed, your go-go bag, if you will. It's just funny because like my ex-husband and I used to call her, we used to have like a go-go bag corner in the house of just like, we gotta pick up and go, like these are all the necessities. It's all like our camping gear and our hiking bags and just all of our stuff, right? And like obviously that's more like fear-based perspective, but like my life is literally like my go-go bags now. I'm just like, oh, I can just like pick up and go to the airport tomorrow if I need to. Because I've detached from so much. Like I don't have to worry about parking a car anywhere. I literally have my bags that I carry on my back. Like I know where I'm going, it'll have whatever I need. Like it's such a freeing place to be, y'all, when you're not carrying all the baggage of the past. You're not carrying all the bullshit. You're not carrying other people's shit. You just have what's right in front of you, and you realize that that's enough. Like all the external is just taking up space for like what's going on internally. Like we hold on to things for so long because we're afraid to let it go. We're afraid to make that space within ourselves. We're afraid to let it go in fear of it not coming back. But what if it comes back 10 times better than what it left as? Sit with that for a minute. I know that even just hit me hard just saying that. So like I can't imagine what that felt like on the other side of this. What if it's 10 times better than what left? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that one hit me in my core. That's funny. I always say like these are for me, but they're also for everyone out there watching them, and I'm just like, ooh, that was a moment. My. Yeah. I've let go of a lot over these last 4 years, 5 years. Let's call it 5 or 6 for old time's sake. I've let go of a lot in that time. Externally, physically, emotionally, mentally, like excavated. Like literally, I don't even feel like the same person that I was like, I was married and got a divorce. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I was pregnant, had an abortion. What? Like, love my life, shot and killed. What? Like. And in the letting go process, you're like, God, is anything ever gonna come back? Is anything ever gonna be? But it's not meant to be what it was. You shed those pieces of you for a reason. But what if what's coming in is 10 times better than what you lost? When really it wasn't you losing anything after all, it was just letting go of things that actually weren't meant to come forward with you. Could like give myself a hug because it's felt like a lot of loss over the last couple of years. Ooh, that makes me emotional. It's felt like a lot of loss over the last couple of years, and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, God, I just like, how much more can one person take? Like so much grief, so much sadness, so much beauty and so much love, but so much like excavation of pain. Ooh, deep, deep pain. Ooh, it's not ready to get emotional today, but here we are. And so keep wondering, like, how did I get to this point of being so detached? I keep referring back to the mushroom trip that we went on New Year's Eve, and just how I was feeling in such a state of bliss. And like, yeah, that could have been the mushrooms, but also like I was reflecting on my previous mushroom trips and how, the ones I took last year, they felt so heavy and so freeing, so light afterwards, but also like letting go of so much that I was like, I don't know how I can just like walk away from my car. I don't know how I can just walk away from all my things. Like, literally had a vision of me with my jacket and my friggin' pants and my boots and whatever, and I just walked off without anything in my hands. And I'm like, how did I just do that? And then it's just looking back, I'm like, holy shit, that is where I'm at now. I feel so free. Highly recommend working with mushrooms. Not that you ever need to work with anything. You can literally just call on the spirit without actually ingesting, but it's always a very beneficial experience when I use medicine now, even cannabis, which is so different now than what it used to be. It's like a ceremony with medicine now, and it's not this like, I don't know, it's not this crazy like being addicted to something that's not serving me. Everything always has a purpose, but yeah. My hope is that whoever watches this, like, you're either in a season of detachment or you're like, fuck, I don't know how to do that. You just start small. Or if you're like me, you just uproot your whole life. I mean, it just depends on what your secret sauce to life is. Most people are like, Linz, what is the secret sauce? I'm like, well, like, you could just uproot the whole thing. And no, I know I went through that because I had to burn everything down to get to where I am. And not everyone is meant to take the same path as me, but also I know that there's a lot of people out there who are very reflective of my path, and knowing that's for a reason. And to start small, declutter your closet, get rid of things that you've been hanging on to that's like, oh, I'll use that at some point. Oh, I'll use that. Oh, I'll wear that. Oh, I need that. Ask yourself why. On a deeper level, why do I need this? Why am I holding on to this? Because honestly, my rule is like, especially now, like carrying everything that I own, if I haven't used it in 3 months, I question if I actually really need that. Even sometimes down to if I've used it in the last month. It used to be 6 months, and then it was 3 months. Now it's like, am I actually gonna fucking use this? Or am I just carrying it because it's like I'm holding on to something? Like, everything is replaceable for the most part. And yeah, just ask yourself, like, what is the underlying reason why you're holding on to something? Is it an inner child piece of you that needs to be seen? Is it a teenage piece of you that needs to be seen? Is it a scarcity piece of you that needs to be seen? Is it, there's so many different things as to why we hang on to and have all the things that we have. Like, I walk around and I look at everyone that has houses with all these things in it, and I'm just like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm just like, I just don't like care to have all the things. Like, I want to have experiences. I want to have cool clothes. I want to create badass things. That's the kind of stuff. Holy shit. I wish the camera was facing the other way. Holy shit. This giant hawk just flew like 10 feet in front of me. Holy. Wow. That was magical. He's just sitting on the tree across from me now. It's wild. He's the big boy. We have like this one big fucking hawk that's around this area in Oceanside, and like I've been seeing him more frequently recently, that he's like, I just want to give him a big hug. Oh gosh. Yeah, zoom out, have a bird's eye view, have a bird's eye perspective of why you have all the things that you have and why you're really truly hanging on to them. And know that you are the only one that can change things, and you're the only one that can decide to let things go. But the more space that you make, the freer you'll feel. In whatever that is, job, relationship, stuff, clothes, things, whatever it is. If you're holding on to something, but you know that it's not serving you, ask why you're holding on to it, and maybe go a little bit deeper there. Because that is truly how you start detaching. We always think like money or this place or this thing is going to free me, and it's like, we're the only ones that can free ourselves. We're the only ones that can detach. It's a conscious choice that we continuously have to make. I know that it's really not losing anything, it's just letting go and making space for something that really is meant for you and the version that you're meant to become. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you right now in this here moment, but if you're desiring a change, it's for a reason. And I always believe that that change is probably heavy on your heart for a reason, because it was on mine for a really long time. And it just gets louder and louder until you finally listen to it. And to not run away from yourself. That's like the biggest piece of advice that I can give, and really just sit with yourself, because I ran away for a really long time. And I'm having deja vu as I'm sitting here talking about this. Oh, I ran away from myself for so long, but I'm done running. And I finally feel free. Probably the freest I've ever felt in my entire life. And I know that's what everyone really, truly wants in this life, is to be free. So I encourage you to let one thing go today or in the near future. Something that maybe isn't serving you anymore. But to not rush the process, to sit with it. If it feels like you can just let it go, great. If it feels like you need to sit with yourself and really be with that piece of yourself that's like holding on to it for some sort of reason, yeah, just be with that. Don't run away, don't numb, don't try and hide, just be with it. I know it's for a reason. I'm sending you so much warm and detaching love. Oh, detaching love sounds weird, but that's okay. I'm sending you guys off with so much love. And I'll see you on the next one.